Today we're going to be talking about unemployment. Simply put, unemployment is a situation in which an individual in an economy is looking for a job and can't find one. That said, economists divide unemployment into different categories. At the very basic level, unemployment can be broken down into voluntary unemployment, which is unemployment due to people willingly leaving previous jobs and now looking for new ones, and involuntary unemployment, unemployment due to people getting laid off or fired from their previous job and needing to find work elsewhere. Not surprisingly, economists generally view involuntary unemployment as a larger problem than voluntary, because voluntary likely reflects utility maximizing household choices. The easiest type of unemployment to explain is known as frictional unemployment. This occurs because it takes workers some time to move from one job to another. While it may be the case that some workers find new jobs before they leave their old ones, a lot of workers leave or lose their jobs before they have other work lined up. In this case, workers have to look to find a job that is a good fit for her, and this process may take some time. During this period of time, the individual is considered to be unemployed, although frictional unemployment usually only lasts short periods of time and doesn't really make that big of a difference in the economic standpoint. During recessions and depressions, there are lower and higher periods of unemployment. Cyclical unemployment is used to describe that. It occurs during recessions because when demand for goods and services falls, the companies respond by cutting production and laying off workers rather than reducing wages and prices. When this happens, there are more workers in an economy than there are available jobs, and unemployment happens. There are two ways to think about structural unemployment. One way is that it occurs because some labor markets have more workers than there are jobs, and for some reason wages don't decrease to bring the markets into equilibrium. Another way to think about it is that structural unemployment results when workers possess skills that aren't in high demand and they lack skills that are. In other words, structural unemployment results when there's a mismatch with workers' skills and employers' needs. The last kind of unemployment is seasonal, and this occurs because the demand for some workers varies widely over the course of a year. For example, a pool lifeguard wouldn't be needed during the winter because they usually work during the summer, as when it's swim season. The unemployment does not include students, because they're actively at school, retired people, because they've already worked, children, because they aren't old enough to work, or those who are not actively looking for a job. Unemployment, however, does include people who are in the working class. If they are over the age of 16, are in the labor force, and they are actively seeking or have work. To find the unemployment rate, all you have to do is find the number of unemployed per the entire labor force and multiply by 100. This percentage shows how much of the labor force is unemployed. So overall, unemployment just shows the people who are part of the labor force and who do not have jobs.